It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from Las Vegas. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Rodgers to return it. Just a net of 34 there, following a punt of 44 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete. So
after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in colleges delivered to the NFL.
First and 10, Taylor now. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
right here one time.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They're going to look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9 now. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They go play action here on first down. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. First and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this for about the 32. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long wrong play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he went nowhere. He went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards to pick up 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
to throw here on first down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 3. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. On the right side open is Gesicki. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Miami. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Colts, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Michel will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes I believe that there are times this game is about patience. He has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
Now a give to Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
They were not fooling out long, were they? 2nd and short, they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Taylor. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
His path became similar just running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll look to run with Taylor. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
It's kind of an interesting decision. One-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. Here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts getting another possession here on offense.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
They'll set up a throw.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, You use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it will come out to the 25.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chitty on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. Right now, they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And some space here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 72 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
They run once more with Taylor.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Blankenship out for the point after.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So the Dolphins now down by 2 touchdowns. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Out to the right here to Wilson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He'll look to throw. Going right back to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. It's Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cedric Wilson from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.